Gwaltney, as you know, is from the Gwaltney Group, a local trustworthy real estate team, and this segment is all about topics, issues, and information local home owners and buyers and sellers need to know. And today we're getting an update on that Rochester housing market. Thanks, Robin, for coming in on another beautiful Thursday.
Always a pleasure.
Let's start with that gated community we talked about a couple weeks ago. Do you have any more updates on that?
Right, because this past Monday, the 8th of September, they had a city council meeting that actually had a lot of discussion about housing in Rochester.
Okay.
And one of the things was that was voted on and passed, so that is coming.
It's coming.
It's reality now.
Okay.
Before it was a, hey, we're thinking about this, we're checking out the area, we want to see if you think it'll fly, and now it's
well, I'm glad because we were talking earlier about a statistic of how many senior citizens we have in this area. What does that look like?
30% of our need for housing is for senior citizens.
Yeah, so it's about time we have a gated community.
We need more and more. And that Sherman project that we talked about on the riverfront,
yes,
they're financing $138.5 million is in place.
Wow.
And they expect that to start at the end of this year. So
that's in a couple months.
Yeah, and that will start. So it'll be, completion will be next year. That will be two separate buildings. One will be for affordable, they're rentals, these are rentals, affordable rentals for seniors.
Okay.
And the other building will just be market rate rentals for everyone, anyone who wants to live downtown.
Yeah, and that's interesting that we have that split division there too.
Yeah, well, they're just trying to meet the needs, what do we need, right?
Good.
So,
speaking of needs, we need affordable housing as well.
Yeah.
Tell me about
But
the
that's good
there.
because they did talk about that as well at the city council meeting and said that even though that remains a high demand, because again, if the people who are making only 30% to 50% of the median income, they're really struggling. There's nowhere. Yeah,
I know.
And so, but the need for affordable housing has been, they've been working really hard to meet it. Good. So it's actually down by like 26%.
Yeah.
So that's good.
That's good. That's
making progress. And this is from 2020. So over the past 5 years.
Okay.
So over the past 5 years, we've taken care of that much. So that's good.
That's good because I know that is a huge portion of our population. I don't know if you know the exact statistic, but affordable housing is needed everywhere.
Yeah. Well, and even renting is so expensive now.
Oh
you know that.
I know this firsthand right now that like $1,000 seems to be like the minimum of something.
Right, and you're not getting much. You're not getting much.
Very small square footage and not a lot of amenities.
Yeah, I think I talked a few weeks ago that the average rent for a 2-bedroom apartment, I think average for a 1-bedroom was $1,250.
Yeah.
And average for a 2-bedroom was like $1,600. Average.
That is crazy to me. That doesn't seem like a livable wage when
I was your age. When I was your age, I think my rent in my apartment was like
don't even tell me.
$225. But
no, that's okay. You're not going to get mad at you. Different times. Okay, so the Parade of Homes. Tell me about that. That's through the 28th of September. Tell me what someone can expect.
So on the weekends, they're on the weekends only, right? And so there's good publications that tell you which houses will be on the parade. And you can get those, and you can go Saturdays and Sundays, and it'll tell you if you want to have if you want to go see the $1 million house or the $2 million house or the $600,000 slab on grade or whatever. But it's just fun, and a lot of people who are thinking about building in the near future, they say, oh, I just want to go to the parade to look what paint colors are they using, what flooring are they using,
get some inspiration.
Yeah, what appliances, because they all change, everything changes.
Right, the trends.
And I'm glad you said trends, because I always tell people when they're building, just don't go too trendy. It's good to know what's in style.
Yeah, and like what you like.
But don't go with something that is like a really hot thing, and then in a few years you look at it like, what was I thinking?
Yeah.
If it's a pretty permanent thing.
Yeah. Do you have any examples of what like?
Well, I remember one house that they thought it would be a really good idea, and I hope I don't offend anybody, but they thought it'd be a really good idea to use some pretty vibrant colored windows.
Okay.
And I've seen, obviously we see a lot of white, and now we see a lot of black.
For sure.
We used to see a lot of green, but these ones were burgundy.
Oh.
And they throughout the whole house, and it didn't
age well.
It didn't age well. There you go.
Okay, so we need to go to you for all of our real estate needs. How do we get in contact with you?
Absolutely, I'd love to help you with anything.
Yes.
My cell phone number is usually the best way to reach me. and that is 507-259-4926.
All right, Robin, we will see you next Thursday for another episode of Real Talk with Robin.
Sounds great.
All right, we'll be back with more Midwest Access right after this.